Welcome, and congratulations on making it to the next step. Your time starts now.
So I have this very pyramid-like zipper pull that matches the studs on the front and the back.
I did a military-inspired fur-lined bootie.
Sequins are such a hot trend for fall 2011, so I really wanted to incorporate that.
Could you see this shoe done exactly the same but with another color palette?
I definitely could see it in another color palette.
Which color specifically would you choose?
All three of them stepped it up. They seemed into it, the presentations were solid, and actually the samples were good.
So these three kids just had the opportunity to meet one of the style icons of the decade. That's a lot of insight for someone really young.
I was amazed that the students had 2 weeks to construct a shoe, and to think of what they did and the quality and how well the mechanics of each of them was unbelievable.
Based on what I saw today, I was very impressed. I'm so excited for these young shoe designers. I feel like they bring a fresh perspective.
I think I did really well in my presentation. I think that I had a good energy. It was exciting, so I stayed excited while presenting.
I think a Fergie customer, and Fergie would want to place an order with my shoe because she wears her shoes, so it's important to have her want to wear the shoes that I create for her brand.
They're gonna have a difficult time really on this one because it's down to like the final three now. It really just comes down to like what the judges like and how Fergie feels about it.
All right, so let's talk about Keena's shoe.
When I first saw this shoe, I thought, okay, this girl, she gets me. I could see me being 5'4", having a skinny jean that comes down to here, and this black line elongating my leg.
Of all the shoes, immediately, it screamed Fergie to me the most.
I love this shoe because I think about how things are going to photograph, and this is such an interesting silhouette. It's so striking.
Actually, was really impressed with Keena tonight. I thought her shoe got Fergie's look and feel, and I think she was really into it, which was nice to see.
I liked what Keena was talking about, making it affordable by being sensitive to how she embellished this shoe.
It's a plastic stud, so it gives that effect of that really heavy, chunky gold hardware, but it's cheap for like manufacturing.
I thought it was a little bit cheap looking with
the studs.
with the studs, the plastic studs.
I think Keena did a great job. She's fashion, she's trendy. She just got to be careful on what risks to take.
It is an odd toe of peekaboo. It could be a little bigger or a little tinier. It's a weird in between. That's why you're.
I would go smaller, especially for fall.
I'm happy with the design that I did. It's funky enough to stand out, but it still stays in that, commercial line that Fergie has.
Okay, let's move on to Matthew.
I thought he paid great attention to detail. I liked the versatility of the different straps. I liked that the gold all went together and kind of unified.
The actual lug sole, I don't know that really does much for it, nor does the gold details.
Matthew's shoe, I would see myself wearing that shoe, going with my husband to North Dakota. And it would just be warm and fun, and the traction in the bottom would be good for the weather over there.
I feel like maybe he was struggling a bit with sexy.
I agree. The first thing I wrote is masculine. And,
Me too, two men's wear.
He was talking about men's shoes a lot.
Matthew. He is so smart and sharp. He's so passionate. But I didn't get a sense of his commitment to women's shoes.
You keep calling yourself a men's designer.
Yes. Coming from that background, it gives me a different kind of perspective as to the way I look at the women's shoes.
I think for the DNA of the brand, he could have put the fur on the top and make it a little more glam.
It's way too safe. It's expected, and there's a lot of competition in this area in the market.
But this is a very saleable item. This could be big.
I normally design things that are more simple and like clean and classic, whereas the Fergie style has a lot more edge than like my normal kind of stuff.
All right, so let's move on to Rachel.
I think that it is great for fall.
I could see myself wearing a dress with this shoe. I could see jeans and a t-shirt.
I think the day into evening stuff is a big shoe. We sell a lot of sequin. Is the glitter, and sequin is so hot.
It's very fun, it's very rock and roll, very sexy.
I would wear the sequined bootie because I feel like as a whole the shoe is the most complete for an outfit that I've been putting together in the fall or winter.
It was my least favorite.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Trying to think of you. That's why I asked the question, is this a red carpet shoe? Because I felt like she was a little bit torn between this is the Fergie customer and this is Fergie. In black, I just feel like it falls a little flat. I love that she tore the shoe apart and that she built it back up.
Yeah.
I love the work that she put into it.
I was given a sample and I tried on your shoes. They were so comfortable and I was like, how is this possible? When I took it apart, it was heavily cushioned. So I definitely included that into my insole.
I thought Rachel stepped it up in the sense that she stepped outside of what I would imagine her own design aesthetic was to embrace somebody else's, which is great because she's competing for a design job. I liked the shoe, but I was a little bit worried about what this was going to look like on. But I think it is Fergie.
I did want to create something that was very commercial and yet still gave me the vibe, and I hope other people the vibe that it was a Fergie shoe.
Are we ready to make a decision?
Yes.
Welcome back. I want to let the judges give you some feedback. Keena,
Keena, I thought your shoe showed a lot of creativity. I thought it showed a lot of adherence to the challenge that you were given.
My biggest concern has to do with the exaggeration of the silhouette. As you were concerned about how to be trend right, I'm afraid about it being a little exaggerated in the heel for the masses.
This shoe definitely screams my name. It's very, with the, the leather and the studs, very rock and roll.
just being so opened up for fall is a little bit of a concern for me. But I thought it got Fergie quite well. Good job.
Thank you.
Matthew.
Matthew, your presentation about how you researched the girl and talked about comfort and fit, I give you high marks.
I loved how you included the extra shoelaces and how you used the gold detail on the edge of all of that, and the fact that you could even take it out and just wear it laceless. I thought that was very creative. However, I would have taken that faux fur and put it on the trim just to give it that extra oomph.
With the challenge, I felt like you were struggling a little bit with menswear versus women's sexy.
It's a little safe for me, and I think particularly for Fergie, it just needed a little more pop. My first reaction to it was just a tiny bit boring. Thank you. Rachel.
I love this shoe for fall because you can dress it down with a t-shirt and jeans, and black sequins are always very chic to me.
I struggled a bit with this shoe, to be honest. I felt that the sequins were a little flat. For an editorial shoot, it would be hard to show those sequins. They would look muddy on the page.
I think that the fact that it's a bootie, it's very versatile. And I think when you put it on, I think you feel really special.
It could have stood to have a tiny bit more detail, maybe around the top. But I have to say the silhouette is elegant and fun at the same time and young. Thank you. The moment of truth has arrived. So I'm going to start with the winner. The person taking the best step today is...
It's just nerve-wracking because it's getting down to the final two after this.
I could barely stand. I was really nervous.
Definitely nerve-wracking, but I think I was pretty composed, I hope.
Rachel. Rachel, congratulations.
Fergie likes my shoe? I mean, come on, that's so exciting. Can it get better? I don't think so I'm pretty happy.
And the person going home today is...
We proved ourselves, we're talented designers, but it's to the point where it's now you just need to make sure you have the full package.
If they don't pick my shoe, it would suck. I think that I put in a lot of work. It's been quite a journey.
Matthew won every challenge prior to this one. We congratulate you. I'm sure you're going to do great things.
I was so emotionally involved. I didn't think that I would tear up. For me, I can't help it. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
It's really exciting. These were my designs and I need to believe in them, and if I believe in them, I hope I can portray that.
Matthew.
I knew this is what I wanted to do with my life.
If I weren't going to be the final winner, I think probably Matthew.
He's the type of designer who likes to, hold the mold, in his hand. And
Matthew sells shoes, and he knows how important it is for them to be comfortable.
The winner of the first challenge is Matthew. He went for simple elegance, and that won out.
I thought it was extremely creative on how he used the soda top for the eyelets.
The winner of the challenge is Matthew.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Matthew clearly is on a mission to win.
The winner of the challenge is Matthew.
Obviously, it's a disappointment, but I won the first 3. That's awesome. I got a lot of exposure. I would tell the industry, get ready for my phone calls because I'm looking for a job.
Congratulations on making it to the next step. Your final assignment is to design your very own collection targeted at Saks Fifth Avenue.
And what I'm trying to say is when you look at a line of shoes, they have to be cohesive elements. Just fabulous. I love it.
Hi, I'm Jeff Green.
I'm Rachel. Hi.
I'm the VP of Talent Acquisition for Brown Shoe.
Oh, wow.
How does Brown Shoe play into your career goals?
Oh, that's a hard question.
One very special guest judge, Diane Sullivan, Brown CEO and potentially your next boss.
This episode was sponsored by Fergie Footwear, a Brown shoe brand.